Hi, and welcome to my pick a card reading for what does my higher self want me to know right now. So, three piles to choose from. I'll put the timestamps below, and we're just going to go straight in there. So, for pile number one, first of all, let's look at the situation. So, it seems like you're probably in some kind of heartbreak right now, some kind of difficulty in a relationship, or some kind of turning point in a relationship. This is quite likely a soulmate, someone who's very kindred to you, who you feel a very deep connection to, and who also has a very deep connection to you. This is a mutual soulmate or twin flame relationship, and there's been some kind of challenge, some kind of difficulty. This is the Ten of Swords, so it's like, it's not always the ending, but it can feel like an ending. It is energetically an ending. It is the culmination of one cycle and the beginning of a new. This doesn't mean the end of a relationship, but it means the end in a stage, the end in a some kind of cycle, process, habit, some kind of, you may have been in some kind of stuck cycle or something going on repeatedly, and it's like that's cut, that's finished. And very definitively, this is confirmation that cycle has ended, and it could have been a very painful cycle. So it's good news that that has ended, but it may not feel very good at the moment. So this is where you're at. What's going on underneath is the King of Wands. So I feel like the masculine part of this relationship is becoming a king, is growing into a king, and this cycle needs to end in order for him to do that. There needs to be some kind of maybe a break, separation, some kind of distance, something to allow him the space to overcome his fears, overcome his doubts, to really come into his creative power and take this action. And have no doubt this is exactly what is happening, what is going on. And he is fully supported by spirit, whether he knows it or not. There are these lions, I don't know if you can see them, these fierce lions that are absolutely cheering him on from the sun, from the fire. This can be a fire sign. So it can be like this fiery person, or this person needs to come into fire, is really starting to embody their fire, more like a fire rising sign, where they are stepping up into something. And they, it's like they don't even know it's happening. For many of them, it's like it's coming out from behind. You see, they don't even see behind what is actually, that it's like they're growing wings. It's like they're becoming like this angelic force, and this movement, this creative movement, and some kind of creative action that they are going to take. They are going to take some kind of creative action. The advice to you is have faith with the dog. Keep compassionate, keep loving, keep knowing in yourself that you are loved, and that you are love, and that you completely embody this loyal, sincere, and unconditional person. And the fact that you embody that is significant to this person. Whether they say anything or not, the fact that you have this absolute loyalty and steadfast heart, like you have a big heart, you have a very, very big heart, and that is absolutely supporting them. Whether they're saying anything or not, whether they know it consciously or not, it absolutely is. So have complete faith in yourself and in this process for yourself, because quite likely when we go through these kind of situations, our heart grows. When our heart breaks, it grows. This is why it breaks. This is why we have to go through heartbreak, is to expand our heart so it just cracks open wider and wider every time, and then you can love even more. So it feels at first like it's shattered, but actually it's just this process of expansion. And I feel that's what this card is referring to as well. Movement is I'm actually feeling keep circulating your energy. So keep moving your energy. Try not to fall into a dead space, into a stuck space or still space. Keep processing. So if you're emotional, keep processing your emotion. Maybe use water, going into like steam rooms or saunas, going swimming in the sea or nature, having hot baths, drinking lots of water. Keep fluidity in your mind as well. So try not to get stuck in a process. If you go into a mental state, don't stay there. Keep going on. Spirit really wants you to also connect through water. So maybe you even want to connect through dolphins or mermaids. If you connect spiritually with beings of the sea, then to call them in to ask you for help. Similarly, if you have a dog or you know someone with a dog, maybe go and connect with them, because that dog will remind you of who you are, of that joy, of that absolute, the kind of wide open puppy dog eyes that just are so loving and so open, and remind you that's your true nature, that's who you really are. And also, Spirit's telling you this is who you are as well. You are this emotional, fluid being, and to keep helping yourself do that, because you are actually very, very beautiful, emotionally, and able to really give. You're probably quite an empathic person, and really connect with other people. So again, this movement, I feel, also is about purification and to release this situation, whatever it is. You can do some kind of ceremony or some kind of ritual, something to actually let go of that phase. So it's like, this is done. I release this phase and I allow in the new. And by creating that space, you allow space for this. Whether this is you or someone else, I mean, this could actually be you embodying your fire, your masculine power. But you allow space through purification. And the final message, angel message, is about honesty. So it says, angel wisdom reminds you that every thought, word, emotion, and action is reflected in your aura. When you are honest, your aura is crystal clear. Everyone knows where they are with you and feels totally safe. The angels suggest that you look within and purify any murky thoughts or feelings. When you are totally honest with yourself, you behave with integrity and dare to be open, for there is nothing to hide. People respect and trust you. As you radiate a resonance of honesty, people respond to you with openness and honesty in their turn. I am honest in thought, word, and deed. So this adds like another element. I feel that maybe with these swords and with this relationship here, maybe some kind of truth has been revealed. Maybe something has come out into the open, and with this revelation, there has been a kind of uh-oh moment, a kind of, it's like the next step moment. And just know that anything you feel, if you feel you've said or done something which revealed too much, then I feel like this is saying to you to trust what you said. You can read that. To trust what you said or did, that you are this very loving, heart-centered person, and that you can trust yourself in that. Your openness is something that's really powerful. And also to really reflect on the situation. So giving yourself this time to, when you purify and allow your thoughts to clear, to really understand, well, what happened, what did go on there. Give praise to yourself, give thanks to yourself, and be clear about what you want now for yourself, what you want moving forward, um, and start to give yourself that respect and that love so that you start to embody that already. Okay, thank you, beautiful number one group. If that resonated, please like or comment or subscribe, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Thank you. Okay, group number two. What does your higher self want you to know right now? Let's look first at the situation where you are. So we have the Sun and the Knight of Rods. So we have some quite passionate, fiery energy, some kind of opening into a very bright, open circumstance. So something which really feels like, so it feels like the sun has come out in your life. It feels like some kind of blessing came in, some kind of openness, like it was like it came out from behind the clouds. Suddenly the sun, beautiful sun, was shining down, and it felt like, or feels like, where did this come from? Like, how did I get here? It's been such a process, and suddenly here I am, exactly receiving what I need, seeing what I need. It doesn't have to be about a relationship. It can be about just experiencing something. It could be your own sun coming out, your own sun, just your light really suddenly coming through and shining, and just reveling in that. And the Knight of Rods is so again, Rod's energy is fire energy. It's a very passionate energy, very creative, and he or she is really out to create what they want in life. They really want to own their life and manifest what they want. So they have a strong idea of what's important to them, and that is what they're searching for, and they will just leap for it. So the knight is not quite the king. They haven't quite mastered everything. They don't know all the outcomes. They haven't thought everything through necessarily. They have some experience. They're like a teenager, basically. It's kind of teenage energy, but they're not a child. They're not completely innocent in this. They have a certain idea, and this could be a kind of quite passionate move. So it could be you have made a very passionate move, or someone else has made a very passionate move towards you, and I feel like you're kind of reveling in it. You're really reveling in this situation. Like, is this real? Has this really happened? Let's see what's going on a little bit deeper. So we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles can be about hoarding things, holding things in, wanting to keep things for yourself. It can bring up feelings of jealousy or envy. So there could be a sense in you or someone else of this envy. So it could be that you came into this beautiful space, and maybe someone else, potentially fire sign or a fiery kind of person, is feeling a little bit envious of the situation and is feeling like they want to hold on to something for themselves. This pentacle, this dragon is holding, you can see here, kind of reminds me of this sun. It's like wanting to hold on to this sun. Or you feel like it can be vice versa. You can be feeling quite envious of a situation, of someone else's situation where they have come into some kind of full blossoming, and you feel like, actually, that's what I want right now. So let's see what your higher self really wants to speak to you about. So we have fear and the Grail Knight. The Grail Knight is about romance, illusion, and seeking the sacred. So I'm feeling like maybe you quite likely are this knight. one that came out first. So we have this Knight of Rods and this Grail Knight. But if not necessarily, but that could be you, I'm feeling, because this is the wanting to hold on to something energy. So so fear came out first here. So fear really connected to this. So this sense of wanting to hold on to something, wanting to have something for yourself, comes from this sense of loss, of not having enough, not being enough, not being looked after, not receiving what you need. And there is a fear in that you are not, you're never, like maybe you're even never going to get what you want. Like you are, like how can I achieve this? How can I get this? How can I have my needs fulfilled? And it's like you're holding on so tightly to what you do have, or this idea of what you want, that you get stuck in this fear. And so with this Grail Knight, it's like this it can be like looking for this elusive thing, looking for this chalice that you don't know if it exists or not, you don't know what it is, it's like a complete mystery, and you're looking for something that is a bit of a mystery. But something that is divine, like you really want something absolutely beautifully sacred and pure and spiritual and light. I'm feeling this is quite likely a relationship reading, and you want that to be a sacred union, a special union, something that absolutely shines and glitters. But you have this fear that either you fear it is an illusion, that it was not true, that you were just caught up in an idea of romance, something that it could have been, and you're already worried that you were wrong. The other thing is that if you have come into this relationship, is it could be you fear losing it. You fear that it's not going to last, that this is just a flashing moment and it's going to go. Someone else is going to take it from you, or it's going to go somewhere else. And what I want to say just personally around this is just when these kind of situations come up with this fear and this envy and things, is to really return to your connection to your own divinity, to your own sacredness, and really to find a way to tune into the beauty of just who you are on your own, without needing someone else, without having to get confirmation from another situation of how worthy you are and who you are, because really what this Grail Knight is seeking is their own sacred sense, their own connection to divinity, remembering who they are, remembering that they hold the beauty and exquisiteness of life in themselves, and that this kind of external circumstance comes back as a reflection when you've found it, just to remember that. And the advice from the angels is communication. So it says, the angels remind you that being spiritual is about being genuine and honest. When you speak from the heart, others feel the resonance of truth and trust you. Talk positively. Focus on the good in life and you will feel happier and healthier. Communication is a two-way process. Listen with interest and respond openly. This will improve all relationships. Communicate constantly with Source, using prayer, which is asking, and meditation, which is asking. Always keep channels of communication open. Be a bridge to others' hearts and minds. Ask your angel to step into your aura and communicate in a higher way through you. The affirmation, I communicate clearly and honestly. So I'm feeling it's really about communication with yourself and with Source. So really dialoguing, understanding the dialogue that's going in around this situation, around any feelings you have, and really clarifying what they're about, and developing your connection with yourself. So your higher self is saying, communicate with me directly. Communicate with me directly. So this is a step, but to really help you, you need to develop your own connection with your higher self, which can be in any way. You know, through my experience, there are many, many ways. It can be through meditation or cards and things, but also through dance, through cooking, through gardening, through walking in the woods, whatever it is that brings you passion. When you are doing something you love, you are communicating with your higher self, and you are going to get messages through. So really tune into yourself, being really honest with yourself, and when you have that sense of faith and trust in yourself, you will let go of any of your fear or your need to hold on to things. You will find a way to trust and let go, because you know that everything is here for you to learn. Everything is part of your journey, part of your growth, and this situation is just here to help you learn and grow. And trust in yourself, develop trust in your own wisdom and your own knowing. Okay, so I hope that helped you, number 2, and please like, comment, subscribe if you want to hear more from me, and thank you for tuning in. Number 3, what does your higher self want you to know? Let's look at where you're at the moment. Okay, so I've got the 2 of Pentacles and the Tower card. So you're probably in a moment of distress, crisis, feeling like things are falling down, lightning striking, the building's on fire, people are jumping from the windows, there's waves crashing all around, the wind's blowing, sky's black, there's clouds everywhere. It just feels like everything is falling down, collapsing. And I have a sense that you feel like this may be happening again. It's like, not again. It's like this person is constantly juggling stuff. It's like, why am I always like getting into this situation where I'm just falling down and collapsing? And I just want to keep things steady, but I am on this wavy water. I'm always on this wobbly boat, juggling everything. I need some stability. I need some sense of security. I need a foundation. I need to know where I'm going. I need to know what I'm doing. And you're really feeling uncertain and in distress. You know, if you're feeling really sad, I'm really sorry that you're going through this, that you're having this challenge. It's, you know, it's life, right? We go through these challenges, and yeah, it's a difficult time. What's going on underneath is the Queen of Pentacles. So you can see this lovely card here. So this is what I feel you are becoming. I feel this is what this situation wants to teach you. It wants to teach you to be this master of your material world, of what is going on in your physical reality, in your work, in your home, in your relationships. You are growing into this person who has absolute structure, who is rooted, is connected to their land, to their earth, to their home, to their family, who has these strong, strong roots, but who also reaches up, is connected to their divinity, is connected to their power. And from that dual connection with the earth and the sky, they can then create. They can then receive gifts from the universe. So I feel like there's a kind of similarity between this tower and this tree. You know, that tower looks kind of like wooden. I never really noticed that before, but it looks like wood. Well, it is wood. It's wooden. And this tree is wooden. And it's like, rather than being this kind of man-made structure that is, created artificially, essentially, it's like the nature. It's like you're growing into the strength and structure of nature. You've got to let go of the idea of how things should be, how you want things to be. It's letting go of this trying to control your environment, letting go of that need to make things be how you want them to be, and tuning into the natural order, the natural flow of what truly is stability. I feel like you're learning what is real stability in my life. How do I have that real stability, that real structure, that real strength, which can't shake me? Okay, storms can blow trees down, but they are deeper the roots, the stronger they are. And when the storm comes, you surrender and bend and move with it rather than fighting against it. So that's who I feel you're coming into. What is your higher self? I really want you to know. Okay, we've got death and birth, rebirth. So you're obviously in this very big cycle, turning point in your life where something is going, something is leaving. It can be absolutely anything. It can be a physical thing like a home. You're leaving a home, you're leaving a country, you're leaving a relationship, you're leaving a job, something. And I have a sense that with this Queen of Pentacles, it is something quite practical in your life. It's something quite physical that you are moving on from. And you are replanting, you are regrowing this tree. So, I mean, it's quite, clear that from these young trees growing into this queen of the trees. So I think your higher self just wants to confirm with you that, yes, this is a tower moment. This is a crazy collapse. This needed to happen. It was always going to happen. It's part of your process. It needs to go. Whatever it is, it needs to move on, needs to change. You will come into birth. You will change. You will grow. New seedlings are happening. Allow the process. Trust the process. Flow with it. Move with it. Absolutely. This is a big, big turning point in your life. It really is. Congratulations getting through this. And the angels want to tell you wisdom. Knowledge is learnt, but wisdom is the divine prompting within you. Your angel guidance is to connect to your still, quiet center and listen to the wisdom of your soul. Then you will take decisions and act from your infinite self. With wisdom, life takes on a new perspective. As dramas and fears become insignificant in comparison with the magnificence of the overall picture, walk your path in life as one of the wise ones, and all will revere and respect you. The affirmation is, I listen to my wisdom. So even though this crazy stuff is going on, you know this. I feel like, I'm speaking to someone who knows this process. This is just confirmation that you're on the right track, that this was meant to happen. Let go of trying to control and manage things. Go with it. Allow things to die, and listen to your inner self. Your higher self says, listen to your higher self. You know what's going on. You know this. Have faith in it. Listen to my wisdom. I have this wisdom to give you. Okay, I hope that helped you. Group number 3, if it did, please like, comment, subscribe, help me out, and sending lots of love. Thank you for tuning in.